Hi and welcome to this Blueberry Markets video update with me, John Kibler, head currency analyst. In this video we're going to be taking a look at the New Zealand US dollar as price is breaking through a channel to the downside. So we actually discussed this in the week ahead analysis video, but I'm going to go through it in a little bit more detail in this video because there could be day trading setups as well that could form from this weakness that we're seeing in the New Zealand dollar. Now, what we alerted our attention to in the week ahead analysis video was the fact that the New Zealand dollar was trading in this reversal zone, and what we look for when price is at this point is for price to start moving to the downside, or at least the strength of the currency to start to weaken, which will add fuel to the currency strength meter, showing us that the New Zealand dollar is taking a dip to the downside. So we can see that is now happening. So what I like to do in that situation is look around and see where the New Zealand dollar could be best placed to look for opportunities to the downside. So one of those could be the US dollar. Now, the US dollar is a little bit of a different ball game. However, we know that the the US dollar, is gaining or starting to gain strength from a recent period of downside and a recent period of just going sideways, essentially. So looking for the dollar to start ramping up here and start to strengthen, looking for the New Zealand dollar to start to weaken, and those two lines to converge towards each other. Other currencies that you could look at as well are the euro. You can see euro started to strengthen through here. So if you are a trader of euro Kiwi, you could potentially check that market out as well. The only other currency pair I'd probably take a look at as well is euro CAD. The only difference with CAD is we have a lot of data this week, a lot of conflicting data, but we are technically in a reversal zone here for the Canadian dollar as well. But I'm going to focus on New Zealand US dollar because I do like to look at the major pairs, and this is something that we've been focusing on for some time now. Ever since we sort of traded through these highs back through here, we've been talking about getting Kiwi long up until 0.6450. Now, the reason why I like this so much is because you can see this selling pressure that came from this area in the past. We have to look at that and say to ourselves, well, what is actually involved in this move? Well, before it started to break back to the upside, that is 53 days worth of data in that period here, and it's 53 days of pretty much downside with nearly 900 or nearly 1,000 pips to the downside. So that's quite a significant sell-off move in the market. Now, we know the only people that can drive that type of move are the big players in the market. So what I want to look at when price comes back to these things or these areas where we've seen a sharp move away in price, are the sellers that were selling here still active, even if it's only in a short period where we may see only a short-term move before a continuation. However, what we are seeing at the moment is sellers are still technically active around this point, because we tried to trade through the level, we failed to trade through the level, and now price is coming back towards the downside here. Not only that, if I go down into a lower time frame, so we looked at the 4-hour time frame, and what we developed was this pullback channel in here, and what we suggested was that if price was to trade through this channel, then we could expect some further downside. So if you were eyeing up that move here, price has broken through, close below, that would give you an opportunity, and you would already be around 20 pips up on this potential move, and even it's continuing to push lower now. So I'd be expecting to move down towards these lows, at least the 63.20 handle or 62.80. That's a really nice level as well, because you can see had a sharp movement of price here to the downside around about 100 pips at that point. So I'm looking to see if price can come back and retest this 6280. So from a swing trading perspective, what you might want to look for are opportunities for a pullback in and around this area here. Look for the continuations down to the 6280. Day traders, you may want to look at something a little bit different. If I go to the 15-minute time frame, what you'll see is that I've highlighted a consolidation period before price has broken to the downside. That area there could be retested by the sellers that are driving price lower at the moment, and if so, we could get a move back up, and then an extension move again, maybe even another move, another extension move, driving towards these lows. So as a day trader, you may get a couple of opportunities here to get on the back of this negative Kiwi move at the moment. Now you can see all kicked off really because we traded above this high. Tried to find buyers above it, didn't really accept buying above it, and now we've traded, broken through the trend line, and now we're looking to see a move to the downside. Equally as well, that may have sucked in a few retail traders trying to get long, thinking that this pattern had failed, and price then causes a downward shift and moves back in. You can probably see it a little bit better on the 30-minute time frame. Nice clear fake out pattern there where you get a close above the high and then another close back below the high, showing us that the buyers weren't really interested at that point. So from a day trading point of view, you've got this consolidation that could be retested again. From a swing trading point of view, you could look at just looking at limit orders maybe around those areas. Sellers will probably be interested in something like that with a nice move down to the 0.6280 handle. If it follows the bigger picture and we look at it from a weekly point of view, I'm actually quite eyeing up the sort of head and shoulders play at the moment, which would require price to come back towards this sort of area in here between the 0.6140 and the 0.6060. That sort of area there would be of interest, because what that would show me is that one, we've closed towards these highs, which does typically lead to a reversal in the trend. However, this is where support was last recently found from a higher time frame point of view. So I'm almost looking at this as the left shoulder in here, this as the head, and then is the right shoulder going to form in line with the left shoulder? And if it does, can that give us some opportunities as well? So I'm going to leave it there. In the short term, we're looking at this Kiwi dollar breakout here to the downside, looking for a move towards the 0.6280 handle, and let's see how price reacts from that point. Thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave this one a thumbs up. Subscribe to the YouTube channel to see some more Forex trading content, and I'll speak to you in the next video.